Welcome in, everybody. In this video, we're going to talk about 4 bounce back players that I can see having good fantasy seasons in 2023. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the first guy, and we're going to talk about Darren Waller. Darren Waller coming over to the Giants now from the Raiders. Kind of seemed like, I don't really know why they got rid of him. He was injured last season, but he's a very productive player, and if the Raiders are wanting to do anything, they're going to need production at the tight end spot, but it's neither here nor there. Now he is with the Giants, moving over to Daniel Jonestown right now. They signed him to a new contract. They got Saquon Barkley on a franchise tag. Hopefully they can sign them. And now they have a new weapon in Darren Waller. He's going to be the focal point of the passing game. Hopefully Saquon Barkley can kind of pull some people back. I do expect them to either draft or add another free agent wide receiver into the mix as of right now. Even rumors of Odell Beckham Jr. But we know if we can, as long as we have a healthy Darren Waller, Daniel Jones has somebody that's going to be able to compete and throw the ball to, somebody who is reliable, who can catch the ball, who can beat linebackers. He's playing for a new organization. Yes, last season he did miss 8 games, but it seems like he's going to be healthy for the start of training camp, healthy to start the season, and could help your fantasy rosters. He has some type of chip on his shoulder because there's a lot of people that are doubting him right now. He was one of the top 2 tight ends right under Travis Kelce, maybe even under Mark Andrews. He was up there, the cream of the crop of tight ends. Now he's kind of fallen down to earth. I think he's going to have a solid season this year with Daniel Jones and kind of shock a lot of people. There's absolutely no tight end competition for Darren Waller in New York. There's really no receiving competition as of right now in New York. Maybe Wan'Dale Robinson and Sterling Shepard as your starting wide receivers. You can kind of see why I'm a little bit excited about Darren Waller this season. I think if you draft Darren Waller, you could probably get him to the mid rounds or so, maybe even a little bit later than that, because a lot of people are kind of sleeping on Darren Waller, but don't sleep on Darren Waller. I think he's definitely a good breakout candidate for 2023. Now, the second guy I'm going to go over right now, who just transferred over from the Texans to the Dallas Cowboys, and that's going to be Brandin Cooks. Last season was the first season in a long time he didn't have 1,000 yards receiving. This guy, I mean, people are kind of writing him off. He's too old. He can't run no more. He doesn't have the speed. He's good. He was just playing for the Texans. Davis Mills wasn't able to get in the ball. Now he's playing with Dak Prescott, who does throw some interceptions, but he likes to throw the ball a lot. He's known for throwing his 400-yard passing games, and now CeeDee Lamb has somebody on the opposite side of him in Brandin Cooks that can really do some damage. He's the clear number 2 wide receiver. He doesn't have to be the number 1 anymore. That means he's getting some of the off coverages. He's not getting the best cornerbacks on the other team anymore, and I see him having another 1,000-yard receiving type of year. I think CeeDee Lamb and Brandin Cooks are going to make sure that they eat. He has some capable quarterback play. Finally, the last time he really had some capable quarterback play, I mean, you could probably say Drew Brees was the one that I would say the most that I would like. There's some other quarterbacks you could probably say, yeah, he's played with some great quarterbacks, but I don't know. Maybe I'm biased because I'm a Saints fan. Who knows? He now has a chance to win. He was never in a place to win. They were in a lot of negative game scripts as well. So yeah, while they were throwing the ball, they wasn't really doing anything. Brandin Cooks needs those deep down the field type of throws, and he's going to be on the field early and often. There's not many people going to be taking him off the field. I think Joey Gallup is probably going to be Michael Gallup will probably be in the slot. And other than that, it's going to be CeeDee Lamb and Brandin Cooks show. So I think it's going to be good. Dalton Schultz is out of the building right now, so that's one less target you have to worry about. And I think Brandin Cooks is going to have a solid breakout season. And it's just really a bounce back from last year being kind of trashy. It really wasn't his fault. So the third guy we're going to go over this time is going to be J.K. Dobbins. And I know a lot of people have some pretty bad taste in their mouth for J.K. Dobbins, but don't have a bad taste in your mouth. I'm telling you right now, J.K. Dobbins has a lot of talent. He is extremely talented, and he missed 9 games last season. Now he's a 100% healthy, and you saw how he finished last season. He was really good, really, really good for your fantasy team. He is the number 1 running back on the roster right now. There's nobody that's going to take any kind of repetitions from this guy, especially if we don't see Lamar Jackson back with the Ravens. They're going to have to depend on somebody, and I think that's going to be J.K. Dobbins. He's really a man on a mission right now. A lot of people kind of wrote him off. Oh, he's an injury-prone back. He can't play. This dude can play. He just needs to stay healthy. I think you should definitely take a shot on J.K. Dobbins. You can get him definitely well after midway through the draft, and he's going to be a bounce back player for 2023. Mark my words. Now let's go ahead and go to the last person on my list for this video, and we're going to talk about the Broncos quarterback in Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson now has Sean Payton. Let me say it one more time. He has Sean Payton. And if you don't know what Sean Payton is, you probably lived under a rock. The dude has the ability to mold a quarterback from nothing to something. He took Drew Brees to amazing heights, and I think he can do the same thing for Russell Wilson. Similar height, similar skill set. I think he's going to be just more comfortable overall in the offense as far as Russell Wilson goes. He should be able to gel as long as he's able to listen to Coach Payton. I think it'll be really good. He kind of had a wake-up call last season, come over from Seattle, thought he was the bee's knees, and he wasn't the bee's knees. They were putrid. So maybe now he's a little bit more humble, maybe ready to focus. He's got a whole new offseason workout program right now. He used to have his own people there training him and his own staff room. What Sean Payton says, nuh-uh, none of that over here in my building. Get all that out of there. All I know is me and my coaches are going to be here with our players, and that's it. So I think a lot of that change is going to be some good for Russell Wilson. I think we see a really, really good Russell Wilson this year in 2023. Definitely a bounce back, and they have a better running game this year. All they had was, a Melvin Gordon and a bunch of trash. Really, Latavius Murray was actually quite decent, but they didn't have anything like now. Javonte Williams, Samaje Perine, they've got some running backs in the building that can really do some damage, and I'm excited to see what Sean Payton can do with Russell Wilson. Can he regain the Broncos to a team that's kind of normally used to winning? So we'll kind of see all that, but other than that, we have a lot of videos coming out here shortly. If you wouldn't mind, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Really appreciate all the help you guys have given me. I can't wait to see you guys on the next video. We'll see you guys next time.